Good morning, everybody. This is Jenny from Studio 28E, Junk Journaling for Fun, and a lot of the other major groups. In a couple of our groups, we are running a page journal swap. I thought I'd do a quick tutorial to help you to do this little swap. I actually made a page here so that it will make life easier. Once I show you the technique, I'll also show you in here what to actually send with your page swap, or what would be nice for a person to receive. Now, normally for something like this to send from Australia, and with the stuff that I've got in it, is around $9, because you send it as a document. My recommendations are do not send metal items, and as a document that could even go as $6 here, I'm not sure, this particular journal page I did. Now with this I've included an envelope, a tag, also another tag, another little baby tag, so there's tags there. I've included with this page just a piece of dyed paper. These are just examples. It would be said a lot better than I've actually got it. I've did an envelope, and it's got tags in it. Also, it's got tuck spot there, the little envelope, and it's got tuck spots there. So that goes with my swap. For embellishment, I just used a round circle punch to cut out some things and put a bit of bling there. I inked my pages really well. And another thing what I found with inking your pages really well is if you put a hot iron to them and you ink straight away, you will get that very, very vintage aged look. There's another little tag in there. I've also included a very old page, and there's another tuck at the back, and there's a thing. Also, I've included a napkin and another napkin that actually wasn't in it, and then I've included the seam bag and just little bits and pieces. Little envelope, another tag. I did a CT card. I included a pocket, which that will fit in there. And I've included those items. Now, paint chip and a Tim Holtz card. Now, like I said, for me to send this would be anything from $6 to, say, $9 at the most. I would post this as a document because there's no metal. If you keep metal out of your items posting overseas, it is a lot better. So that's my journaling page basically, and I also include a piece of lace. I never attach my lace is because I don't know if the person that's going to be receiving it would like it on this particular page or might want to put it on another page. I also included, I think these were our old time cards from years ago. So this I would send as a document. Now what I did with my journaling page is basically, I've already inked and prepared it. I just normally use scrapbooking paper. I trim this with my trimmer, then I iron it, and I ink it. Well, I don't bother obviously doing that because that's going to be glued. I normally use my fabric glue, or any glue really for that matter. I glue those sides down, And normally if you put the glue down here, you actually know how far to go with your glue. So yes, I'll let ink it well before I actually do this page. Oh, I've lost something. Oh dear. This is what happens sometimes when you're not prepared. Well, I was prepared, but somehow or other, oh, here it is. So this is what I cut out. So this piece, I would lightly glue it in the centre and just down the bottom. Now normally with my pages, I normally sew them, but for this, I'm not going to. And as you can see, my journal page has actually got 4 tucks. So it's got tuck there, and 2 tucks there. And normally, like, I try and add as much interest as I can around my corners. Some people don't like doing that, but I do. It's personal preference. Also, it'd be nice when you do a journal page to ask your partner their preferences. Now, this is no theme to it because I thought for this particular tutorial, I won't do that. I'd love for it to be this a better rounded punch than the one I've got. Okay, so that's my journal page ready to go. I just need to ink the corners. Because I don't like them looking not aged, they're not aged enough for me. So now my page is ready to embellish. So what I might do, I like adding interest to my pages. So I've got this little stamp that only cost me about, I don't know, about $7 from eBay. I think I got it from. But any scrapbooking place or crafting place will have them. And sometimes I'll put it in the front. And this gives my page an extra interest. Then I will decorate my descent bag. And I've already prepared this, so I've cut a piece of Tim Holtz paper. Again, I will glue there. I like, as you might imagine, I like baggies and I like figuring out different ways to decorate them. Now these are actually just lolly bags, and again can be bought off any dollar store or from eBay, because that's all they're worth, $1 for 50. So you can get any of them. So I'll actually glue it like this. So now this is giving me, again, it's giving me a tuck spot there, a tuck spot there, and a tuck spot here. Again, for interest's sake, I might grab this stamp. I've got a script stamp, but I don't know what I've done with it. I did put it somewhere. But as per usual, things go walkabouts. So for interest, I might go around the baggie and just stamp. Just to, it's my way of decorating a page, I guess. So I've aged it. And that really, this, if you can get this, but if you haven't got this, you can actually use a glass to do it. So it's given me a bit of interest. So that's another tuck ready for my swap. Now I might decorate a card, a journaling card. This again is Tim Holtz. Again, I would like to round the corners. I will ink. These make beautiful journaling cards, the Tim Holtz leftover pieces that you don't use in your journals, or any scrapbooking paper for that matter. So with this, give it a good ink. This is actually a really good technique. And I might use, let me see. I might use a piece of this. So I'll actually glue around the edges. You can basically see what's actually happening here. I'm creating a pocket out of my lace. I just believe that's a bit too plain, so I'm going to lift it up with a bit of pink. Fabric glue is good for everything. So I'll just create another bit of interest to this little card. And then I might also get a bit of this. Glue, put a bit of fabric glue on the top. Like I said, this is all personal preference. You don't have to do what I'm doing, but I'm just showing you little ideas of what you can do and how you can actually layer and make something look pretty interesting. And I'm going to take that to the back, because just in case I want to turn it around. No, I should have done the same, but these are just little things that I do. You don't have to do this, but I'm into layering. And your leftovers are actually the best thing for layering. And I'm actually going to use this for the back. And this is going to turn out to be a very thick little tag, but it's going to look pretty. And I'll grunge it up with my ink. I do that with the lace as well. You'll be amazed at what changes this actually does to your journals. I didn't glue there. Or I didn't do enough. So just age your lace. White lace can be aged just with simple ink. And like I said, if you really want your journal to be super aged, this is the way to do it. So I've created some interest. Now I really want to break that up because it looks pretty bland, so I'm going to add a bit of pink. To that bit. As you've guessed, I'm into layering. And I'll take a piece from the top. Begin to break it up. And I can get that stamp back. Ink it. It's amazing what you can do, and you can have so much done in no time. So again, I've created a tuck. I've pre-inked, put an admittance card in there. I've put that in there. I mean, that's not how I would send it because that's not even inked. But it's just little ways of breaking. Now, because I use heavy digital paper for all my for all my digitals, I use this. This I find works well for me. Again, I'm going to embellish this in some way, so I might use a little bit of this. I'll do it at the front. Yeah, I'll use a bit of this. It's amazing what a little bit of lace can actually do, and some cheesecloth to your projects. And again, I'll just take a bit of stuff out, whatever you call this. I'm not good at this, I tell you. I'm not good at recording. So sorry, I hope this makes sense. And I might use some of this on top. I don't need a lot. I'm into the grungy look a lot. And then I might use just a tad bit of pink. And I've created a nice little tag that can go in there or go at the back, whichever way you want it. But I haven't inked that well because it's still sticky. Oh, that's come away. I'll just give that a second to dry. I'll ink the back of this. Yeah, so you can actually turn white lace into whatever. I like bits and pieces hanging out and stuff like that. I'm, like I said, very on the grungy side. Sorry. We've got a tag now for there. That's still not dry. Sometimes fabric glue does take that little bit longer to dry. So just make sure it is dry before you actually insert it to your page you created. So I've created a little tab, and there's my journaling card. Also, I still haven't finished decorating my page. So what I might do is another little same scenario. I'm going to copy what I've done to my tag. Cheesecloth. It saves you lots of money using cheesecloth. I mean, I use it for all my techniques. I peel away at it, layer it with glue. And this time I'm going to add flowers. Lacy flowers. Now my lacy flowers, would you believe it or not, I'll show you where they come from. So I'll layer that, and I'll layer that on the top of it. And I'll just cut a tiny bit of this from this pink lace. Down, and I've embellished a page. So I've embellished that page. So there's lots of techniques you can do to make your page look very attractive. When I do a page swap, I prefer using scrapbooking paper. And that way, when you send that page, your partner can then add tea-stained or coffee-stained pages to the journal. Again, with this, since I've added so much interest to the rest of my journal, I will do the same here. Especially since that's upside down, not to worry. So I'll do that, and I might do this. Now I'm just, as you see, inking the bottom, and I'll move it down a bit. So not only have I got a tuck spot there, I've also created a tuck spot there. So that's another journaling card with extra pockets, because you've got a pocket at the back that can go in my journal. Just like I said, make sure it's all dry before you put it into the journal. Now, if you think that's too bland after you've done that, you can actually grab another, well, I'm just going to grab a scrap of lace. Should leave it like it is because it might look better. And I'll just put it there. And then again, I might use my pink, since there's pink in this, going to be pink in this cover. Make sure you don't get the glue there because that's your tuck. But, so there I've created my little, might be something else I can put on that. I can put a butterfly. So I'll just ink down there. These are just little handy hints to have when you are swapping a journal page. And you are creating interest, you are creating a beautiful journal page for your partner. So that can go there. So what we've created is a nice baggie. What I'm trying to find something that will fit in it. So you got room there, nah. Well, that's a lot of room. So that's your tag that I've completed. You can also create something like this. That's not complete. That is though, and it's dry, so that can go into my page. It's not going to go in yet, but anyway, it will. So they'll go into my page with some tags, and also I've created these tags for here. Well, I haven't done the tags yet, but I've created these tucks. So the person that's receiving it, it's got a nice journal page. So I might put in there, don't know if there's anything really completed here. At least there is. I don't know if this will go, but that can go in there. And I might add a time card. So that's my journal page, and postcards that I start on there. So I've created the interest for the person. And like I said, this makes a great journal page using your scrapbook paper. I will try and create a journal page using digital kits. Once I've done that, I'll do a YouTube. Thank you for watching. Look, I hope I made sense. I'm new at this, but I'm trying my best. And you've got a journaling spot there. I'm trying my best to show you what I know. And I appreciate any comments. So my journaling card's actually got lots of tucks, which then can go into my page. And that goes as a flat document, and like I said, you can add that baggie of goodies to this page and post it away. Like, I know I've received something like this from the USA, and it only cost my partners maybe about $5.60 or $6.50 at the most, $6.50. So it's good to just send those little bit of extras. Hopefully you've gotten something out of this. You can probably decorate it a lot better than I, but this is how I do my little pages. Well, they're not little because they're actually, I think, 8 1/4 by 5 1/4. like I said, scrapbook pages are your best bet for journaling pages. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll come up with some more tutorials. I'd like to do one on digital kits, how to use the DigiKits. I would like to do a journal page swap on a digital kit, because some people do not have scrapbooking paper, but they might have a digital kit, and how wisely you can actually use it. Thanks for watching and putting up with my tutorial that might help a newbie at page swapping, or even just to do a journal. Because doing a signature, you can actually use this as your first page of your signature and add your pages in there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Bye.